Hi, this is Vaibhav, your EJ, that is your edu jockey. With this video, we'll be looking into a brain teaser. So let's begin with it. In a school, there are 1,000 lockers, and there are 1,000 students also in that school. A school has 1,000 lockers and 1,000 students. The principal asks the first student to go to every locker and open it. So say suppose here is a strange principal, and behind him we have these 1,000 students. Here are the lockers. Say suppose this is the first locker, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, the sixth one, and so on. There are 1,000 lockers, and here we have 1,000 students. This is the principal. The principal asks the first student to go to every locker and open it. As you can see that all the lockers are initially closed. This is perhaps the first student, the second one, the third one. Now what is this first student gonna do is he's going to go to every locker and just open it. So not a very difficult job. This is a sorts of bragging, I guess. Now then he asks the second student, this one, to go to every second locker. Every second locker would mean the second one, the fourth one, the sixth one, the eighth one, the 10th one, and so on. So he'll be going to every second locker, means all the multiples of 2 basically. And the first one has opened them all. The second one will close the second, the fourth, the sixth, and so on. Now what the third student is gonna do is he'll be changing the state of every third locker. Changing state means if the locker was open, then he's gonna close it, and if it was closed, then he's gonna open it. Similarly, all the 1,000 students are gonna do their job. So the question arises is, after the process is complete with the 1,000 students, how many lockers are open? So I believe that you must be trying out this problem of your own because it is a quite easier one. Anyway, let's move towards the hint. The hint is that the locker which has odd number of visitors is open. And I don't think telling this is a very big thing because initially all were closed. So the one that is gonna have odd number of visitors will be open. The main thing is determining which all have odd number of visitors. So this is your hint. Odd number of visitors open and rest of them are basically those which have even number of visitors. So the question comes to determining the odd number of visitors, that which all lockers have odd number of visitors. Now ponder over this question with the help of this hint, and if you still don't get it, then continue with the solution. So solution goes this way. The only thing that we have to find is that which all have odd number of visitors. To determine this, you should have basic idea of determining the number of factors of any given whole number. Say suppose we have a whole number n which is of the form p to the power alpha, q to the power beta, r to the power gamma, and so on, where p, q, r, etc. are prime numbers. This is very important. P, Q, R must be prime numbers. N is a natural number. So if you want to find what are the number of factors of n, then it would come this way: alpha plus 1 into beta plus 1 into gamma plus 1, and so on. Now say suppose you have a number 10. It can be written in the form of 2 to the power 1 dot 5 to the power 1. So the number of factors of 10 are 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 1 again, which gives you 4. Now if you manually see what all are the factors of 10, then it comes this way: 1 will be 2, the other will be 5, the other will be 1, and of course the 10 itself. So it has 4 factors. Factors means the numbers that are gonna divide 10. So 2 divides 10, 5 divides 10, 1 definitely divides 10, and 10 divides itself. Now we had some students visiting the lockers. Say suppose it is the 10th locker. So who all are gonna visit it? The first student is definitely gonna visit it. The first student has visited all the lockers and opened them. Now the second student will also be visiting the 10th locker because 10 is a multiple of 2. In a similar way, the 5th and the 10th student will also be visiting it. So 4 people will be visiting this locker. So this way we can determine how many students are visiting a particular locker and also who all are visiting by manually writing down the factors. But if we want to find out who all have odd number of visitors, then we'll have to apply a little brain. As we said, for number n of the form p to the power alpha, q to the power beta, r to the power gamma, and so on, the number of factors are alpha plus 1, beta plus 1, gamma plus 1. Now we want this quantity to be odd so that locker is open. Now for this to be odd, all of the alpha plus 1, comma beta plus 1, and also gamma plus 1 should be odd. Now if alpha plus 1 is odd, then alpha is even. Beta plus 1 is odd, then beta must be even. If gamma plus 1 is odd, then gamma must also be even. This brings us to the conclusion that n is a perfect square. Because if you want to write alpha, then alpha is as good as sum 2 into a, beta is as good as sum 2 into b, and gamma is as good as 2 into c, where a, b, c are some whole numbers. So we conclude that n is a perfect square. Now the only thing that is left to be done is finding the number of perfect square between 1 and 1000. We know that 1 is a perfect square, 4 is also a perfect square, 9 is also a perfect square, and so on. But how many? Very simple. The square of 32 is 1024. The square of 31 is 961. We'll have to do this bit of part manually. So between 1 and 1000 we'll have 31 squares. So at the end of the process there will be 31 lockers open. So the answer is 31.